my name is Rob and welcome to Metal Monthly. This is a place where we talk about metal music. It's chilled, it's laid back, we talk about the things that have been going on, albums that have been released, fun stories, things like that. Sometimes I have a beer. This is a whiskey sour because I've got quite into cocktails and it's really nice. Anyway, first up is albums. What albums were released in October 2021? First up, Asking Alexandria, See What's on the Inside. This is a metalcore band doing some metalcore. It's definitely got some softer stuff and some more clean vocals than I would normally associate with metalcore, but it's quite good. It's definitely more heavy than it is melodic, so it's not perfect for me, but it's pretty good for what it is. I kind of got into it. It's not exactly anything wildly new, but it doesn't need to be, and if it was anything wildly new, fans of Asking Alexandria wouldn't like it as much. So, next up, Trivium in the Court of the Dragon. I was never a big fan of Trivium, and to be fair, I'm still not. It was alright, I didn't quite get on with the janky way he sings the lyrics in some of the songs. Like, dude, just sing to a rhythm, it's not difficult. But the guitar and drums are fast and they had a headbanging beat, and I enjoyed it. And honestly, I left the album playing in the background, and after a while I forgot that it was Trivium, and I kind of enjoyed it. As it turns out, my hatred of Trivium is deep-rooted and entirely arbitrary. Next up, Cradle of Filth, Existence is Futile. I haven't listened to this band in forever, but listening to this album, it was like slipping into a warm bath of acid. It was recognisable, fast, rough vocals, heavy metal. It was maybe a bit more orchestral than I remember this band being, but that's not exactly a bad thing. Either way, it's competent extreme metal and it will scratch that itch you have for heavy atmospheric music. Next up, Tom Morello, The Atlas Underground Fire. So the guy from Rage Against the Machine has released a solo album, and normally that would be a bit risky if it wasn't Tom Bloody Morello. The guy has more side projects than an overbooked kitchen designer. This album features a cover of Highway to Hell and features guest musicians Eddie Vedder, Bruce Springsteen, Bring Me the Horizon, and Damian Marley. What is this album? Some of the album is light and fun, some of it is rap, some of it is classic rock, and some of it is heavy. Now, I don't think everybody is going to love every song on the album, but I do think everybody will find a song on the album they really like. And finally, Dream Theater, A View from the Top of the World. Dream Theater are a prog metal band. How can you tell they're a prog metal band? Because the title song, A View from the Top of the World, is 20 minutes long. And with songs about aliens and time travel, it was gonna be prog metal, wasn't it? Anyway, the album has clean vocals, a nice driving guitar, and just a kind of chill sound. It's the music you chill out to. I can't imagine there being many people who crowd kill at their gigs. Next up is Musician Deaths, where we just honour the metal musicians who have passed away over the past month. Now, I'm recording this on the 29th because I'm kind of busy over the weekend, so if any other metal musicians do pass away over the weekend, just know I would like to honour them as well. But at the time of recording, there has been one metal musician who passed away in October. On October the 13th, Andrea Haugen, who was, amongst other things, a singer by the name of TeknoAXE, I'm probably saying that wrong and I'm very sorry. She was also a guest vocalist on albums by bands like Cradle of Filth and Satyricon, and she was sadly one of the victims in the Kongsberg attack in Norway last month. So my condolences to her family. Next up is Music Festival Explorer. This is my website where I talk about music festivals and metal music and etc. In the past month I have written a blog post about when I went to Reading Festival 2010, which was a big deal for me, and I got to see Weezer, who trolled the entire festival and made it so that I could never tell the story without someone trying to correct me. What did they do? Well, read the blog post to find out, link in the description. And finally, the fun stories from October. These are just some fun stories from within the world of metal. First of all, a high school principal from Canada has managed to keep her job after a petition from some parents who tried to get her fired or move schools. Why did they do this? Because she liked Iron Maiden. The parents thought that this would have a negative impact on their children.
Won't somebody please think of the children?
Let's be honest, if it had any impact on their children, it would just be an introduction to a really good band. Right? Next up, Slash has revealed that since the Guns N' Roses reunion started 5 years ago, the band has yet to write any songs. This comes as absolutely no surprise to anybody who knows anything at all about Guns N' Roses. Next up, Lordi have announced that on November the 26th, they are going to release 7 studio albums at once. Yes, the best band to ever win Eurovision are going to release 7 albums all based on a different genre of music, from hard rock to thrash to disco. And these albums have some fantastic names as well. There is Master Beast from the Moon, Abracadabra, and Spooky Sextravaganza Spectacular. So yes, I'm very excited for this. Maybe I'll review every one of those 7 albums on next month's Metal Monthly. And finally, I mentioned earlier that I'm busy this weekend. One of those things is that on Sunday, Halloween itself, I'm off to go see Bullet for My Valentine. So my fiance is a big fan of the band and we're going to go see them, and I wasn't really a big fan, so I listened to them online. Yeah, I quite like them now, I'm quite excited. Did you know they're the ones who did Tears Don't Fall? Genuinely, I didn't know that. If you want to know all my thoughts on it, follow me on Twitter at @OverEdgeKid to see and or hear my opinions. Anyway, that's all from me. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you really enjoyed it. My name is Rob, and I will see you next month.